of National Security Awareness Month. And every day we are going to be going live to talk about what's happening with cybersecurity and how to make sure that your employees are protected. Now, today I have an actually special topic that wasn't even on my calendar because I actually know what we're going to be talking about all this week and next week, etc. And it wasn't on my calendar, but I got a phone call today about 4 hours ago on my cell phone, which is an unpublished number. And this person called me up and he was telling me that my warranty had expired and he wanted to know if the warranty on my computer was, if he wanted me to renew it. Now, like I mentioned, this is a number that's not published. I don't really give this number out. So I was curious to know how he got it, but I wanted to, maybe it was. Maybe I put in a customer's phone number when we were ordering a computer, and now the warranty is up, and they're calling to see if we want to extend the warranty. So at the beginning, I actually thought it was a legit call. But as I started to speak to him, I realized, wait, this is not real because I'm asking him, what computer are you talking about? What is the model number the model number of the computer? Because he's saying that he services the computer and the warranty is about to expire and that I should renew it. So when I realized that he couldn't give me the model number and he was starting to ask some information, I realized I'm getting vishing. That's right, vishing with a V. And the technical definition of vishing is a verbal form of practice commonly known as phishing. It uses verbal scams to trick people into doing things they believe are in the best interest. And this is exactly what happened to me. I was getting vish. So I then decided to record the call. So I actually have this recorded. So you can go ahead and I'm going to post the link below where you can watch the recording. And you're going to see how I actually played along with this person until I told him, hey, you're busted. This is a scam. I know you're a scam. And I hung up the phone on him. And I really encourage you to play this video in your office to your employees because hackers are thinking of all sorts of ways to get into your systems. So I started to play along and I wanted to see, okay, what is this guy really going to do? Like, what is it that he wanted to do? And what he wanted is he wanted to get remote access to my computer because I even asked him, hey, I have a credit card number. Should I just give you the credit card number so you can renew my warranty? And funny enough, he was not interested in the credit card number because, as you know, with bank fraud, it's so much easier to track. If somebody from another country, another state is trying to do something with your credit card number, there's tracking numbers, there's disputes, there's verifications that the bank are doing now. So that's actually harder. So what the bad guy wanted to do was he wanted to be able to get into my computer because what he was going to do from there was he was going to try to get into my computer and then get my information. And who knows what he was going to do with that information? Was he going to then try to hold it hostage? Was he then going to put some type of file on my computer that then made ransomware on my computer where I won't be able to open the files? I'm not sure what he wanted to do, but I quickly called him out on it. I definitely did not allow him to get into my computer. And this is why it's so important for you to know about this because it's so funny that this happened during Cybersecurity Awareness Month while I'm doing live videos for 31 days straight. It was just crazy that that happened. So it's important to explain to employees if someone calls you and they're not tech support and they're not your tech support, the one that you know and trust, you need to hang up the phone. And there's been instances that I've read on blogs where the scammers find out who the IT company is because what they'll do is they're going to call and they're going to be like, hey, Sarah, this is John from such and such department. What's the name and number of the IT company that we use again? And then they're going to get that information. Then from there, they're going to now call back somebody else and say, hi, this is John from the IT company that you know. I need to access your computer. So there's so much different ways where they try to do the research and then be able to get into your system. So again, this is very important that you let your employees know that they need to be careful not to just let anybody in your computer. Secondly, this is why it's so important to have systems in place that, let's just say, this guy was a great salesperson and he was able to convince me or convince your employee that he was able to get into the computer. There should be practices in place on the computer where they're going to then not be able to install an application, and it's going to be able to block them, because cybersecurity is like an onion. And yes, somebody can get in and maybe convince your employee that they're the real IT support, but because that employee's computer is not an administrator on the computer and they log in as what is called a local user or a limited user, even though the guy has maybe like a remote session on the computer, he is not able to get into the administrator account and do a lot of bad things there because it was set up properly. So as I mentioned, in my past videos, this 31 days of cyber awareness month, I want to be giving you real practical information. I don't want to give you fluff. I don't want to give you just a little bit of information and then now call me. No, it's not about that. It's about providing information and letting you know what can you go to your office tomorrow, show this video or just take notes from this video, and then in your morning meeting, in your morning huddle, say, this is what happened. If you get a phone call from IT and you're not expecting it, don't let them in. IT has already a way they can get into the systems. They don't need you to go to a website for you to be able to get in. So I hope this video was helpful, and please go ahead and like and subscribe, because when you do subscribe, when you do like, next time I do go on live, you're then going to get a notification, and it's also going to just be good because now you're going to know when we are live, and you can then be able to interact with me. If you have any questions, you can certainly do that as well. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. I hopefully don't get another crazy call or a crazy email, but if I do, this is actually the perfect timing, because this is like real world live scenarios that's going to be beneficial for you. Because if it happened to me, and for a quick second, I actually believed it, and I actually thought that it was, in this case, Dell tech support. I just imagine an employee who's not paying attention, who's working from home. They don't know what's really happening in the office. They could have used maybe another excuse. Hey, Sarah, we're going to just be upgrading the system. Since you are working from home, we need to use the computer for 10 minutes. Can we use it during your lunch break? Okay, sure. Let me let you in. There's so many different ways the hackers are getting in. So this was a perfect example, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.